So you want to build a superhero style physique? Well, let me tell you, it is 100% possible. It's actually possible to do it in a relative short amount of times. With these tips, you can see changes in your physique within 1 year. But it's going to take dedication. I would recommend writing notes, watching this video over when you're about to train, or just simply listening harder. Actually paying attention, because it took me 5 years to get to the physique that I'm at, but I guarantee if I just watched a video like this, then I could have got there in half the time, 2.5 years at most. So how do we actually look like a superhero, an anime character, the ideal male physique, the golden ratio? There's a lot of tips here that people gatekeep, but I'm just going to be honest and give you them right now, because you're not going to have that superhero physique training like a bodybuilder. You're not going to have that superhero physique training like an Olympic sprinter. There's a specific amount of shit that you have to do in order to achieve that superhero physique, that anime physique, that golden ratio, the most attractive physique you can possibly have. There's specific things that you have to train in a specific way in order to reach that. You're not just going to train like a bodybuilder and then be aesthetic. I've tried it. It doesn't work. You have to do certain exercises. You have to do certain things. Let's just get straight into it. Make sure to like the video. Really low views on my videos lately. So if you can just like it, if you've gotten any value at all, and leave a comment as well telling me if you want videos about how to further your physique, your mindset, whatever it is. I'm going to get into a lot of hybrid training as well, teaching you guys about that along the journey. Anything you gotta say, leave a comment. First thing you want to do is you want to have broad shoulders. You look at me, I got a pretty decent set of shoulders. Shoulders a lot of times are going to come down to your genetics, but just because your genetics show that you can't have the broadest shoulders in the world doesn't mean that you can't have them at all. It's what a lot of people get confused on, is that their genetics show that, oh, I can't have big legs. Well, no, that your genetics show that you may not be able to have the biggest legs, but you can still have big legs. You just have to train them twice a week, 3 times a week. Maybe do leg extensions at the end of your workout. Certain things like this, right? So it's the same thing with shoulders. I don't want to hear no excuses of, oh, I just can't build shoulders. No, you can. You just need to train them more. So this can mean overhead press, lateral raise, pull-ups. What we want to train for is we want to train for the shoulders and the V-taper. A lot of you guys have blocky waist. Now, the way you can create that illusion of a thinner waist, because you can't really change a blocky waist, right? But you can create the illusion of a thinner waist by focusing on your pull-ups. That's why I got a pull-up bar behind me, because pull-ups and dips are what's going to give you that superhero physique. So if you could just get something with a pull-up bar, I think this thing was like $80. If you could just get a pull-up bar, something with dips, something that you could just hit at home, and you could just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna knock out 25 pull-ups. You know what, I'm just gonna knock out 25 dips, and then continue to do your normal workout regimen. That's how you're gonna get ahead of pretty much everybody. You're doing a little bit of something at home and you're hitting the gym. So you're hitting 2 workouts at the same time, but it's not gonna feel like that much because you're already hitting something at home, right? So the next part is develop a defined chest. The main part with developing a defined chest is you want to hit your upper chest. So this means incline press, right? Hitting the incline press. If you see Marvel physiques, superhero physiques, anime physiques, one of the biggest thing about those physiques is they have a very defined upper chest. Their upper chest, you can see striations in it. And usually they don't have these big boobies. A lot of people will just focus on, I'm gonna just do push-ups, or even I'm just gonna do dips. Then they get them some saggy ass titties. I wanna focus on incline bench. I don't even do flat bench that much. Not that much. I incorporate it sometimes, but I don't even do flat bench that much. Mainly focus on incline bench, incline dumbbells. Something with an incline Smith. And then I do dips to carve that lower chest. All you really need to do for the lower chest is really dips, man. You don't really need to do dumbbell bench press. Thing is about dumbbells is like they feed the ego a little bit. They feel good. You can put a lot of weight on that lower chest, but it's going to result in a physique that's not complete because that upper chest doesn't have all the muscles activated in it. You're just gonna end up with a really weak upper chest. So the next part is lean down. So a lot of you guys are fat. I said that in my last one. I thought that was pretty funny, but you have to lean down in order to actually show what you got going on. See, if I was I'm probably at 15% body fat right now. If I was at 12, 10%, you would say, oh, you're bigger. But actually, no, I'm not bigger. The muscles just show more. So that's the thing. Some people can be strong as hell, but because they're not laying down, they don't really look that big. People talk about Hollywood superheroes all the time. I guarantee like Chris Pratt and like the dude from Thor and like Captain America, I guarantee those guys are actually not that strong. They're probably strong relative to the average population, but they're not really that strong in terms of relative to the gym population. So they're probably not even benching that much. They're probably not even lifting that much. But they're so lean that their muscles are popping more, so it gives the illusion of being bigger. One thing you gotta learn about bodybuilding, a lot of times it's just illusion. A lot of times it's an illusion. That's what I tell people sometimes. They're like, oh, you're strong or whatever. And I just say, oh, I got show muscles. It's just a little joke. But it's kind of true, right? With bodybuilding, your muscles are really just for show. They're not to be super strong. And sometimes they're not even to be super, what's it called? I wouldn't say athletic. I would say functional. That's why I'm switching up my training now and I'm focusing more on hybrid training. But that's a whole nother video of its own. Let's just continue downwards. So strengthen your core. Now, I don't want you guys to overdose on ab workouts, right? Because an ab workout, too many ab workouts can create a blocky waist. But some people don't have abs at all. Their ab muscles aren't strengthened at all. So advanced advice, if you are more along the journey, I would say hit an ab workout maybe every 3 days so your abs don't get super blocky. And I literally want an ab workout just so your abs don't get super blocky and you can stay with that V-taper. But for other people who aren't as far along as the journey, I would say hit abs every other day, or at least one set every time you work out, because some people, their core strength isn't there yet, and they need to strengthen their core because that's what's going to, number one, show off the six-pack, which is what we want. We want to show off the six-pack, right? We want to be on the beach, you got the six-pack, yada, 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 right? But for number two, your core and your stability is so important for every single body weight workout, for every workout in general. If you have a stronger core, you can squat more. If you're able to brace your core, you can push more weight. Even when I'm on the bench press, when I brace my core, I'm able to get that last couple reps. That's why people use belts all the time, because the belts actually help you brace your core. It's kind of like another set of abs on top of it. Abs, you can think of it like that. So core stability is really important for athletics. It's really important for creating a superhero type physique, because your core, not only are you going to get that six-pack, so every superhero has a six-pack, but it's going to go into other workouts, and it's going to help out your stability with pull-ups, dips, and a lot of these functional workouts that truly build the physique and brings it all together. Create proportionate symmetry, something I messed up on. Not gonna lie, for my first couple of years, dude, I wasn't hitting, when I say first couple, I 1 or 2. I wasn't really hitting legs that much. Luckily for me, my hand broke, so I had to hit legs every other day, pretty much 4 or 5 times a week, because my hand broke and I couldn't lift any weights. Still broke, right? We break a bone, it never goes back to normal. Point being, you have to create a proportionate type physique. You can't just go all in on legs because your genetics show that you're stronger with legs, and legs are just funner for you. You can't go all in on chest because your genetics show that you're stronger with chest, and chest is just, it's a fun for you. No, you have to stick to your workout plan. You have to stick to pull legs, chest, whatever you do. right? There's multiple ways to work out, and work out according to your own physique, to your own weaknesses, etc. But you have to create a proportionate type physique. If you don't create a proportionate type physique, then you're fucking yourself up. You're gonna have that Mewtwo physique, or you're gonna have that SpongeBob physique where you're super big on top and super small on the bottom. It's gonna suck at first because you're not gonna see as much progress. If you've been just hitting chest, then you incorporate legs and you're like, oh, I don't see as much progress. And it kind of feels like a lot of times that you're restarting, which sucks, right? But over time, you're gonna be like, this is better because it's more proportionate. I saw the same thing with my legs. When I started training legs really hard, I was like, oh, this is actually better. Now my legs match my whole body. Strong legs, strong upper body. Now I look like a more complete physique. So you want to create proportion, you want to create symmetry. This goes for your smaller muscles as well. This goes for your rear delts. If you don't slam your rear delts, if you don't go hard on your rear delts, your delt is going to look smaller. If you don't go hard on your triceps, you don't go hard on every muscle, every head of your triceps, then your arms are going to look smaller on certain portions. Oh, but you really like biceps. You don't want to work out triceps. You have to do both. You have to do what you dislike. That's how you create the complete physique, is you got to do what you don't like. It's just discipline. Next one is dial in nutrition. Kind of went over this already, but you have to dial in your nutrition. You have to dial in what you eat. You can't eat too much fat. You can't eat too much sugar. You have to really focus on the important parts of your diet. This means just lean meats. This means just boring shit, really. Lean meats, rice, chicken. You can eat like some. You can mess up sometimes. Have a little bit of sugar there. You have a little bit of fat here and there. But for the most part, I treat it like an 80-20 rule. 80% on, 20% bullshit. So think of it like that. So many people talk about nutrition. There's so many people better than me that talk about nutrition. I would just recommend looking it up, lean meats, and avoiding super processed foods. At the end of the day, that's all you really need. Last one is adopting the superhero mentality. So the superhero mentality means being confident, walking with posture. So walking, right? What you don't realize is that when you walk upright, I should have been doing this the whole video. I was kind of like this, but what you don't realize is that when you walk upright, you actually look bigger. So when I'm slouching, if I exaggerated, well, I look smaller, right? Shoulders are postured down. But when you walk upright, you pull your shoulders forward, you look bigger. Your physique looks bigger. It looks more defined. So that just means walking around with confidence. Walking around like you already have this superhero physique. You're just in the process of getting it. Even if you're a small, skinny guy, you're a fat guy, just walking upright and thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have that superhero physique. Oh, next year, that's me. Or this year, 2025, that's me with the superhero physique. Thinking like that, locking in on that mindset. That's gonna get you further than people who are unconfident and they go to the gym, because then they're gonna be like, oh, this isn't me. I'm not the type of person who works out all the time. I'm not the type of person who... People get so boggled down in their old identity that they never complete their goals, because they never realize that in order to reach your goal, you have to become a different person. You have to reinvent yourself. So that's how you unlock the superhero anime type physique. If you like this video, please leave a like. Trying to get these more self-improvement videos, these long, no edit, self-improvement type of videos. They don't really get pushed out that much in the algorithm. They kind of get boggled down, especially a smaller creator like me. So I would really appreciate if you guys leave a like, make sure to comment, and I'm gonna try to push these out every day. It's been really tough trying to upload every day, but I'm just gonna try to get after it this year and really upload every day and give the most value I possibly can on YouTube. So make sure to comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought about the video. I'll see you on the next one. Externalize greatness.